Marian here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the next video in my 10 facts series about Jewish holidays, and this one is 10 facts about the Jewish holiday of Shavuot. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, welcome. My name is Marian. I make videos about being a mom and being a Jewish mom, and I would love it if you hit that red subscribe button down below. Okay, so fact number 1, the Jewish holiday of Shavuot commemorates the Jewish people receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai in the desert. So after they left Egypt, which is the holiday of Passover, what that commemorates, they wandered through the desert, they got to Mount Sinai, Moses goes up, a lot more happens in between, but they received the 10 Commandments and the Torah, and that is what this holiday is all about. Fact number 2, this holiday occurs on the 50th day of counting the Omer, which is the period of time that we count each day after Passover begins until the holiday of Shavuot. My fact number 3 is that the holiday of Shavuot, because it ends this counting of the Omer time, it also ends this time period of what they call partial mourning. So between Passover and Shavuot, it's customary for Jewish people to not have big parties or celebrations. We don't get married, we don't cut our hair, some people don't even listen to music. So there's this spiritual time period where we abstain from doing things that are celebratory, and we're meant to focus spiritually and prepare ourselves for this great gift, which is receiving the Torah. My 4th fact is that the name Shavuot means festival of weeks, and again it ties back to this idea of counting, which is very symbolic within Judaism. Numbers play really important roles and they always have extra special meanings, and this one is all about the weeks that lead up to leaving Egypt and that sort of spiritual awakening of coming out of this period of slavery and making ourselves ready to receive the Torah. So although we were free once we left Egypt, and that's what Passover celebrated, we weren't ready just yet to be the people of the book. My 5th fact for you is how we celebrate Shavuot. So it's customary to go to synagogue. Shavuot is a holy day, which means Jewish people traditionally don't do any work on this day, kind of like Shabbat. And we also read the story of Ruth on this holiday. So speaking of Ruth, I have fact number 6 for you guys, which is why we read the book of Ruth on this holiday and why it's so important. So Ruth is a Moabite woman. She's married to a man who's a Jewish man. His mother is named Naomi. So the story is all about Naomi and her husband and how they go to this land of the Moabites, and their 2 sons marry 2 women who aren't Jewish, and the sons die and everyone dies, and Naomi no longer has a reason to stay in this land of the Moabites, so she tells her 2 daughter-in-laws that are still alive that she's going to go back home and they should continue their lives here and remarry. And one of them, Ruth, but Ruth says to her in this very famous, very poetic line, "Wherever you go, I will go. Your people will be my people." And it's this very beautiful message that she says to her, that she's going to go with her and she's going to become, a Jewish person. So we read this story on this day of receiving the Torah, and there's lots of parallels and connections, but one of the main ones is just that even though the Jews were given the Torah, it was their choice to accept it, to accept the laws, to follow the laws, in the same way that Ruth, who was raised as a Moabite, decides to accept the Jewish faith of her husband. My 7th fact is that it's traditional to eat a lot of dairy on Shavuot, and it's actually the only holiday on the Jewish calendar where the main meal is a dairy meal. And this connection between milk and receiving in the Torah is one that has a very feminine idea behind it, and that is that just as babies are nourished with their mother's milk, so are the Jewish people nourished by the Torah. So that's why it's very customary to eat things like cheesecake and beautiful cheeses and honey. Also, the land of Israel is called the land of milk and honey, so that has a very nice tie-in as well. But the main theme of this is that we are nourished by the words of Torah. Fact number 8 is that it's customary to bring flowers to the synagogue on Shavuot, and some people also decorate their homes with flowers. One of the reasons for this is that Shavuot is a harvest festival, so it's the time in the year when the Holy Temple existed that Jews would take a pilgrimage to the Holy Temple, and they would bring these bikurim baskets, often decorated with beautiful flowers and decoration and greenery decorations with their offering. Fact number 9 is that it's customary to stay up all night for Shavuot and learn Torah. It's called Tikkun Leil Shavuot, which is repairing in the night of Shavuot. And this word tikkun, you maybe have heard it before with the phrase tikkun olam, repairing the world. So it's the idea that we're going to stay up all night and learn Torah and like really repair and prepare ourselves as much as possible for receiving the Torah. And my 10th fact, which is the one I find most interesting, which if you watch a lot of my 10 fact videos, I usually save the best for last, which is that Shavuot apparently is one of the least celebrated Jewish holidays, especially among folks that are not too religious. So of course the Orthodox religious people that, do everything by the letter of the law do celebrate Shavuot, but among other communities of Jewish people, Shavuot is often the least celebrated. And one of the theories behind this is that it doesn't have so many rituals and pomp and circumstance that go along with it. So for Passover, for example, you have the Seder. On Hanukkah, you light the candles. On Rosh Hashanah, you go to synagogue and hear the shofar blown. But Shavuot kind of lacks a lot of that, and also it's such an agricultural holiday, and because we are so separated these days in our modern world from those agricultural beginnings, it can feel very distant. So it made me think about what could we do to kind of reinvigorate and make the holiday special again. I definitely have fond memories of going to synagogue when I was little with flowers, like bringing flowers to synagogue and putting them on the bima. I don't know if that's done too commonly now because I haven't been to synagogue on Shavuot for a long time. So it's just interesting. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, especially if you are Jewish but don't really celebrate Shavuot, why you think that is. Those are my 10 facts for you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!